So, proud moment indeed in the Australian Open 2024 Women's Singles Final. Breaking news, Aryna Sabalenka of Belarus has emulated her fellow countryperson in Victoria Azarenka as she has defended the Australian Open title. Straight sets victory over a Chinese opponent, Qinwen Cheng. She defeated her 6-3, 6-2, and it was truly a remarkable performance from Victoria Azarenka. I mean, if you look at it, Aryna Sabalenka, seeded number 2 in the Australian Open, Aryna Sabalenka really put on a great show, managing to land her first serves, managing to ensure that she got maximum number of benefits in her first serve. Unforced errors also, it was very low, and because of that, for the first time in a decade, not since Victoria Azarenka of Belarus, that Aryna Sabalenka has managed to defend the Australian Open women's titles. I mean, after 2013, you've seen a lot of people win the Australian Open. You had Lena winning the Australian Open, Serena Williams won the Australian Open, and you also had several other women players win the Australian Open. But now it is 2023 and 2024. Aryna Sabalenka putting on a brilliant display of tennis when you look at it. There were nerves towards the fag end also. Serving for the match, she was 40 love up, but then her Chinese opponent managed to ensure that she leveled the match. 2 times she was on championship points afterwards, but then she didn't capitalize on it. And then in the third time, luckily, Sabalenka managed to ensure that she got the championship. Second straight Australian Open title. She really loves playing here in Melbourne. So, a proud moment indeed for Aryna Sabalenka. I mean, matching up after nearly a decade to Victoria Azarenka in that sense. Now, where was the match lost indeed for them? I mean, if you look at the head-to-head, Sabalenka and Zheng had met once before, and that was in the 2023 US Open, where in the quarterfinal it was Sabalenka who had come out victorious in straight sets as well. Here, first serve percentage 84%, 67% also landing her first serves, 84% win, and also because of that, even on the second serve, it was rather iffy, 50-50 for both Zheng and Sabalenka. But break points, main pressure moments, it was 3 points that Sabalenka had won on the service that ensured that no one could catch her at this point in time. So that's why first set she had won comfortably. She was hardly troubled. If you look at it, Zheng will really rue the fact that there were 4 breakpoint opportunities presented and she did not convert any. On the other hand, Sabalenka had a 50% record, which was 6 and 3 breakpoints converted in that sense. So, better first service, better, you may say, the points, breakpoints that she had converted upon it. And looking at it, her service points, I mean, it was 40-29 in case of Sabalenka. Because remember, on your service, winning the points, she was rarely troubled. She won majority of her points. And because of that, Sabalenka could manage to dictate the early pressure to Zheng at this point in time. After Lena, if you look at it, Qinwen Cheng had finally come into another first Chinese athlete to come into the Australian Open final. But after that, she really has been a fantastic. It's been a good journey for her in that sense, because remember, we all thought that Iga Swiatek would manage to win the Australian Open, but unfortunately she was knocked out very early in the rounds, one of the favorites to win, and that is why, as Sportsman is pointing out, it was Zheng's first final. She has a long way to go, 10 years after Lena. Absolutely. After Lena in 2014, where she had gotten to the final and won, Zheng had actually managed to do very well and reach the final. But here, big final pressure took a toll on her, and that's why Sabalenka in cruise control. I mean, winning the Australian Open women's singles final in a big way. Straight sets, no fuss, and that's why it's a Sabalenka defends her Aus Open title. She's very consistent and has played the last 5 Grand Slam semis. Absolutely. I mean, ever since the 2023 Australian Open, she has at least reached the semi-finals in the French Open, Wimbledon, and US Open as well. So now, 2023 to 2024, she's really putting on a good show. And if there's anybody who can catch Iga Swiatek at this point in time, it is Aryna Sabalenka as well. So remember, Belarus has often done well in the Australian Open with Victoria Azarenka doing well. Now it is Aryna Sabalenka. So the women's singles final is done for the second straight year. It's Sabalenka who's come out victorious. But now all attention for Indian tennis fans will be on Rohan Bopanna. The men's doubles final is going to start very, very shortly, and we'll be bringing you live updates of that as and when it happens. So congratulations to Aryna Sabalenka. All attention now is on the men's doubles final, which will feature India's Rohan Bopanna, who is gunning for history in a big, big way. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Don't forget to download the AajTak mobile app for all the information you need in Hindi and English.